Good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school basketball in the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. Mike Smith, along with Tom Beard, and Dewey Daly from Unioto High School. This starts round 2 of SVC Boys Conference play tonight. Zane Trace stands alone at the top at 7-0, 2 games ahead of both Westfall and Paint Valley, and Unioto coming into tonight's action with a record of 4-3. But, Tom, this is one of those matchups that wouldn't matter what the records were. These two schools have been longtime rivals in anything they participate in.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. If they're going to put 100% out, tonight's when they'll show up.
National anthem up next. And this is the Unioto Pep Band. As this matchup has provided many times over the years, a packed house anytime these two teams get together, and we've got a full house here tonight. I got here a little after 6, and the parking lot was full at that time. Let's take a look at the starters. Zane Trace, of course, they're the visitors. 7-0 in the conference, 10-2 overall. Head coach Gary Kello, they were a 67-55 winner over Unioto in their first matchup. Starters for the Pioneers, Landon Robinson, a 6-foot sophomore. Brock Jarrell, a 5'8 junior. Nayland Robinson, a 6'5 senior. Xander Ream, a 6'4 senior. And Kyle Stonerock, a 6'4 senior. Again, for the Pioneers, Robinson, both Landon and also Nayland. Brock Jarrell, Xander Ream, and Kyle Stonerock. For the Shermans, under head coach Matt Hoops, 4-3 in the SVC, 7-5 overall. Zeke Schobelach, a 6-foot junior. KB Perkins, a 6'4 sophomore. Blake Hoops, a 6'1 sophomore. Blake Fitch, a 5'11 freshman. And Jordan Perkins, a 6'5 junior. Again for the Shermans, Schobelach, KB Perkins, and Jordan Perkins. Blake Hoops and Blake Fitch. Zane Trace being announced to their faithful. Last time we saw them, Tom, was just a week ago tonight. A non-conference loss to a very strong Miami Trace team.
Yeah, and I watched them against Paint Valley, and they won that game, and Paint Valley made a charge at the end of the game. But when we look at these two lineups, one thing that is different is that we got a lot of senior leadership on Zane Trace. And when you look at Unioto overall, they're young. They're just young. And but they've got playing experience, so you don't know how much weight you want to put into that. But it should be a physical game. We got big guys inside. We got quick guys outside. We have people that like to penetrate. So it should be a very physical game, and I would expect that to happen for sure.
Talking about our last look of Zane Trace, that was just last Saturday. My last look at Unioto was here against Westfall, a game that they trailed by double digits with just a couple of minutes, rallied to cut it to 1, ended up losing the game by 3. So in that game, Sherman's got down a little bit too far, and we've seen that so many times over the years, Tom.
Right.
You make a run, but when you dig yourself a big hole, It's hard to get out of.
And I'm really not sure what that's all about either, but does sometimes they seem to start off slow, and then they get into the thing and finish. But tonight I think it's important that both of them stick close to each other, because I think it should be a close game. I think it really should be. And even though you look at the record, 7-5 overall for Unioto, 4-3 in the league, and 10-2 and 7-0, you would think, well, Zane Trace is, but I still think it should be a close game. And besides it, you have all that competitiveness in the game. So I look for a good one.
Our camera angle tonight that you're watching here on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority for this game provided to us by Unioto School District. They have a camera centered up over on the home side, so that's the camera work that you're seeing for tonight. I think Dewey's kind of moving it back and forth to give us a better shot of where the ball is, but that's our camera for the night here at Unioto High School. But it's hard to believe, Tom, round 2 of conference play starting tonight, and 2 weeks from tomorrow is the girls' basketball tournament pairing.
I tell you what, it is hard to understand or believe, but my mom always told me the older you get, the quicker time goes, and boy, she was 100% right. And but it seems like it is fast moving. And this year the schedules seem to be different too. It's kind of hard to keep up with who's playing who and what night they're playing, whether it's girls game, boys game, or whatever, or a non-league game. So there's been a lot of non-league games this year, like on a Monday or a Wednesday or something like that, which in the past I think has been pretty uncommon.
Of course, when the home crowd here at Unioto was announced, they turned the lights down. The student body lights up their cell phones, and I think a little bit of a spotlight coming from someplace.
Kind of neat, and if you haven't figured it out, we're by the pep band. And when I came in tonight, my pants were wrinkled, but right now they're dead straight because between the drums and the cymbals, they have shook it all out. They've taken away those wrinkles. And everything is fine and dandy.
You know you're close when you feel that
vibration
coming off those musical instruments.
That's the first time my legs had a workout in 3 months.
Unioto has 6'4" sophomore KB Perkins jumping center. Xander Ream at 6'4", very athletic for the Pioneers. Here's the toss, and here we go. Zane Trace with the basketball. And round 2 of SVC boys basketball is now underway. Gerald out on the left wing. Out front it goes to Landon Robinson. Right side, Ream out to Robinson. Back to Ream, right wing. Ream penetrates the baseline. We have a whistle. Traveling violation on Ream. And that'll turn it over to the Shermans.
He's going pretty quick there and just couldn't get stopped. And the defenders down low was taking away the baseline.
This vantage point we have tonight is kind of reminiscent of when we first started many, many years ago up on the stage tonight. Right side it goes. Chobalak out front to Fitch. He's just a freshman.
Runs the point very well, though. I watched him at Southeastern, and he did a good job there.
Oh, nice pass down the inside. Jordan Perkins wide open, and Unioto up 2-0. Shermans draw first blood, lining up in a 2-3 zone, matching up out on the ball. Langley. Got one change in the starting lineup there. Zane Trace has Langley out there.
Yeah, Stone Rock's on the bench right now.
Left side, Jarrell check that. That's Chobalak along 3, no good, but tracked down by the Shermans. Now Blake hoops in the lane, shot no good, gets his own rebound. The follow no good. We have a whistle and a held ball possession. So that'll give the ball back to Unioto under their own basket, leading 2-0. Lob out front to Jordan Perkins. Away to KB. Now down inside. Shot up and in.
Unioto doing a nice job moving the basketball, and they've had 2 great open shots down low.
4-0 on the hoops basket. On the wing, long left there. Side jump shot, no good. Langley with a rebound. Fires it back out front now. Trying to go down in low to Landon Robinson. Overthrew the target out of bounds. And it'll be Sherman ball, leading 4-0.
2 turnovers there early. Got to keep track of that. Those turnovers come back to kill you.
6:13 to play in the opening quarter. Sherman ball in a 4-0 lead. That's Fitch, top of the key. Right side to Hoops, Blake Hoops. His brother Newt will get some time tonight. He's a 3-point threat. Pass batted away by Zane Trace. Out comes Nayland Robinson. Lobs it in the corner to Ream. Lobs cross court. Landon Robinson down in low. Ball swatted out of bounds by Fitch. It'll be Zane Trace ball.
I think Coach Hoops has got these kids wound up tonight and ready to go. and played good defense there, took away that baseline.
Brock Jarrell will inbound. Ream on the left wing, double team there. Now Jarrell in the corner, fires it out front to Nayland Robinson. Carter, Langley inside alone, shot no good. Put back, count it, and a foul.
Carter's pretty athletic. He got a nice offensive board there and put it back up. Sometimes those left-handers are hard to handle.
Langley on the putback, draws the foul. The foul called on Jordan Perkins of Unioto, his first. A 4-2 game, and Langley trying to cut this Unioto lead to 1. Free throw good. So Langley's old-fashioned three gets the Pioneers on the board, trailing 4-3. Zane Trace picking up in that trap at midcourt. Across the timeline to Schobelach, double team there. Launches a cross-court pass to Blake Hoops down low. Fires to Fitch, right wing three. Off the rim. Rebound Schobelach. He has 3 boards so far. Hoops. Blake down on the left side. The left-hand layup good. He has 4. 6-3 Sherman. Ream brings it back up in a hurry for the Pioneers. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Baseline, Langley knocked away, out of bounds, and a stay with Zane Trace.
Got a shot to the shoulder there.
Yes, he did.
He's saying
he's wanting to come out, I think. He was pointing towards the bench. Carter already wearing a face guard. We saw him with that on against the Miami Trace last week. So Langley comes out. He took a shot to that shoulder. Kyle Stonerock checks in. You're hanging that arm down limp like that. That's not a good sign. Lob inside. Landon Robinson gives it up, gets it back. Ream left side of the arc, cross-court pass over to Jarrell. Landon Robinson, left side Ream, steps away and fires. Three-pointer good.
Tell you what, he goes up for his shot, and what do we got there? The net. And he's moving away, and he's in the air, and he's moving while he's shooting. Sometimes that's pretty difficult to do. And we've watched him in one game this year where he had some problems. I think he was shooting off balance, but that in there was perfect.
That 3-ball ties the score at 6-all. Again, Zane Trace picking up at midcourt on the pressure. Blake Hoops with it. Out front to Fitch near the midcourt circle. 6-6 tie, 4:25 to go in the opening quarter. Bounce pass off to Hoops. Blake trying to find some room, spins and fires, hits it. 6 for Blake Hoops, 8-6 Unioto. Zane Trace brings it back up. Ream on the left wing, double team. Out to Landon Robinson, in the post, Nayland Robinson. Down to Stonerock, blocked by Jordan Perkins. Stonerock gets it back. Pressured inside. Nayland Robinson, back to Jarrell on the right wing. He lights it up. Brock Jarrell for 3. Zane Trace with their first lead at 9-8. 3:45 to go in the first. Bounce pass ahead to Schobelach. Trying to penetrate. Bounce pass to Perkins. Left-hand layup by KB Perkins as Jordan fed him with a nice assist.
That's
10-9.
5 twos for Unioto. They're working the ball well, getting good shots inside.
High post. Nayland Robinson. Triple team. Whistle. Foul called on Unioto. Well, obviously somebody's open, but when you've got 3 bodies on you, you can't even find the open man.
No, it's kind of like I'm in quicksand here. I can't get out of this mess. And great pressure.
Nude Hoops checks in for Unioto, replacing Schobelach. That Westfall game I was here, Nude had 4 3-pointers in that game. Down inside, and that is Brock Jarrell, wide open score. 11-10, Zane Trace back in the lead. Pioneers by 1, Unioto with the ball. That's Fitch, shot between the circles. Pass right side to Nude Hoops. On top to Jordan Perkins, left side to Fitch. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Zane Trace with a 1-point lead. Down in low, Jordan Perkins off the glass and in.
Again, Unioto's taking advantage of those big men. Sometimes we don't see that happen, but they're definitely going inside tonight.
From the outside, that's Landon Jarrell, lights it up. It's a 3-ball, 14-12. Zane Trace back up by 2. 2.5 to go, first quarter. Right side, Newt Hoops. Picked up there by Brock Jarrell. Now that is Jordan Perkins from 3.
I think they were ready to play this game the way it appears. Both teams are playing well.
15-14 Unioto. Jordan says, hey, I've got range. Out front, Jarrell to Jarrell. Brock and Landon both in there. Ream tries to penetrate. Newt Hoops with a foul. That's his first. 1:59 to go, first quarter. Unioto 15-14. Zane Trace ball on their own baseline. Substitution for the Shermans. This will be Maddox Fox checking in for Jordan Perkins. Also Nathan Morrison checking in for the Shermans. Into Ream, lets it fly, and he hits it from 3.
Tell you what, they're lighting it up. They put up 5 threes. They made 4 so far, so Zane Trace is having the open shot at the three-point line.
17-15 Pioneers. Pitch into the lane, got bumped, tried to go to Morrison inside, but out of bounds to Zane Trace.
Both teams with a couple turnovers. For the pace that's been in his physicals that have been on defense, a couple turnovers, that's not bad.
With it is Landon Jarrell bringing it up. Bounce pass goes away. Brock Jarrell right side 3. Bingo!
Tell you what, Brock seems to be there. That's his second 3.
20-15 Zane Trace. 1:20 left first quarter. I think the late Grant McDonald just showed up. Bingo. Buckeye Buddy. Pitch down in low. Tries to go to Morrison. Slapped out of bounds by Zane Trace.
Tell you what, taking that baseline is tough tonight because you got a lot of big bodies down there. And when you get down to that point, there's not a lot of places to go.
5-point Zane Trace lead inbound to Blake Hoops. And as he went to Fitch, running off the pick, there's a foul called on the Pioneers. So with 1:05 to go in the first, that gives the ball back to Unioto, trailing by 5. Newt Hoops will be the trigger.
That was on Landon Jarrell.
His first. Lob in. That's Fox out to Fitch. 1 minute left first quarter. 20-15 Zane Trace lead. Gives it up to Fitch out of the point. Ream on him. Spin move into the lane. Fade away. Got it. Blake Fitch with his first 2. 20-17. They got the bass drum right next to it. Right side to Jarrell.
They'll keep us awake.
Brock Jarrell out front. The alley-oop inside for Stone Rock. Bobbled. Out of bounds to Unioto with 35 seconds to play in the quarter. This will be Maddox Fox to inbound to Fitch. As Unioto will walk it up. Trailing by 3. 30 seconds left first quarter. See if the Shermans will hold it for the last shot.
It appears that's the case.
Blake Hoops with it on the right wing. Hands it off to Newt Hoops. Cross-court lob. Fox trying to penetrate. Off the glass and in.
Fox extremely strong. He's not afraid to go in and challenge him.
20-19. Zane Trace ball, 5 seconds. Ream right side 3. Off the rim. Rebound Blake Hoops. Lets it fly from midcourt. Off the rim. He let it go, and it bounced off the back of the iron. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Zane Trace 20, Unioto 19. You're watching high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you. We head to the second quarter. Zane Trace up 20-19. Their biggest lead has been 5, 20-15. Unioto's biggest lead was at 4-0. Tom?
Both teams shooting well. Unioto 10 of 13 from the field for 77%. They put up 4 threes, made 1 for 25%. And Zane Trace, they're 7 of 11 for 64%, but they're 5 of 7 from the three-point line. So both teams shooting extremely well. Both teams we talked about being ready to play. I think they both was ready to play. They come out here and have done a great job up to this point. Turnovers, Unioto with a couple, Zane Trace with 3.
Zane Trace with a basketball. Up by 1. They lob it down into Stone Rock. Off the glass, good on the alley-oop.
Zane Trace has got a mismatch there, and you'll probably see that happen more. Stone Rock extremely strong down low, and he gets it there. It's hard to stop him.
Shermans with the ball. Newt Hoops out of the right wing. Lob down inside. Jordan Perkins back into the ball game. Bounce pass down into Jordan. Turns under pressure. Ball might have been deflected by a Zane Trace defender. Out of bounds. It will be Unioto ball.
Let's see what they're going to call there. But they didn't change it.
Yeah, I don't know whether anybody hit it after the shot, but I'm pretty sure a Zane Trace defender did partially block that shot. Whether anybody hit it after that, couldn't tell you, but there was definitely some contact with the ball on the shot. Unioto with a basketball. Fitch holding it out left side. Right side, Blake Hoops. Fitch, cross court, lob, left side, Newt Hoops for 3, and he hits it. He can light it up from out there. Tie game at 22.
Second 3 of the night for Unioto.
Down in low, Ream, and a foul called on Unioto. That Sherman foul.
It's on Jordan.
Jordan Perkins, that's his second. And that'll put Xander Ream on the line to shoot 2. First try, good. 7 for Ream, 23-22 Shermans.
Zane Trace, the only team that's been to the line so far. This will bank the third foul shot for Zane Trace.
Second try, Ream gets them both. He has 8. 24-22, Zane Trace. Fitch will bring it up. Blake Hoops. His shot is deflected, but there's also going to be a foul called on Stone Rock.
Stone Rock's had problems this year on the foul. He's had a lot of fouls, foul out a game or two. And so sometimes you just got to finish the defense and not slap at the defense. And that time he kind of slapped and they got him.
First try by Blake Hoops is good. He has 7. 24-23. Blake with one more, a chance to tie the game.
Quiet 7.
Yeah.
Quiet 7.
Second try, got it. That will tie the ball game. 24 all, 8 points for Blake Hoops. 8 apiece for Brock Jarrell and Xander Ream of Zane Trace. Around the perimeter, past the Ream through his hands and out of bounds. Unioto will get it back. Again, this is the opening of round 2 in SVC play. Zane Trace 7-0. 2-game lead on both Westfall and Paint Valley coming tonight, and 3 ahead of Unioto. Fitch drives the baseline, gives it up. Loose ball, scramble, picked up by the Pioneers. Ream to the hole, and he dunks it. Holy cow.
Good slam there.
He took off from about 10, 15 feet away, it looked like. Timeout. Unioto, 6:11 to go in the first half. Zane Trace with a 26-24 lead right here over the Shermans. Mike Smith and Tom Beard with you here on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. Pretty impressive by Ream there.
Well, Ream can do that. When he was a freshman, I saw him at Westfall one night, and I couldn't believe it. He just can get up and put it down. But I'm always concerned about the thing that happened to Cole. If I can think of his last name.
Cottrell. I'm just thinking of that today.
Well, whenever you go up in the air, like he just attacked that basket, as long as someone doesn't come down low, you're okay. But, boy, that's a good way to get hurt. But anyway, it's impressive. And if I could do it, I would have done it too. So
I don't think I ever could have done it.
Yeah.
26-24. Zane Trace. Shermans obviously will get the ball. 6:11 to play in the first half. If you joined us late, Unioto got out to leads of 4-0. Zane Trace got their first lead at 9-8, had as much as a 5-point lead. Won after one quarter, 20-19, and we've been tied a few times, and Zane Trace with a 2-point lead right now.
Coach Hoop's been talking to that official for quite some time.
Jordan Perkins will inbound for the Shermans. Both Blake and Newt Hoops into the game for Unioto, along with
both Perkins boys.
Yeah, KB. Blake going inside, draws a foul. That should be foul number 3 team-wise against Zane Trace. Unioto has 14 fouls. Remember, 7 to hit the 1-on-1, 10 for the super bonus.
One thing about Blake, he's not afraid to attack the basket, and that was another example of it right there. Sometimes you got to be careful when you do it, but he knows how to penetrate and get to the line. They called that foul prior to the shot, but still.
Ashton Crace for Unioto, and Brock Gerald check in for Zane Trace.
Coach Hoops was saying he was shooting the ball. It was close, but the referee called the foul before the shot.
Inbound, lobbed into Blake Hoops. Hoops down underneath, fires it off down inside. Basket counts! KB Perkins ties it at 26. He'll go to the line. It'll put Perkins, KB on the line with a chance to put Unioto in the lead. And he missed the free throw. Rebound comes to Stone Rock. 5:50 to go. First half, 26 all. Nayland Robinson out front for Ream. Picked up by Fitch. Back out to Nayland Robinson. Ream down in low to Stone Rock. Going strong to the hole. Shot up and in.
Yep.
Kyle Stone Rock.
Tough down low.
28-26 Pioneers. That's the 4 points now for Stone Rock. Fitch out front. Trace went by him without taking the ball. Now Fitch, his shot blocked by Robinson. Picked up by Landon Robinson. Nayland Robinson on the baseline. Cut off there. Lobs it out front to Ream for 3. Got it.
Ream's had too much time that time. Ream put that ball in the hole. He was wasn't a defender within 10 feet of him.
31-26, Zane Trace. That is 13 for Ream here in the first half. 4:50 left first half. Trace out to Jordan Perkins. Left side to Fitch. Bounce pass down in the lane. Jordan Perkins hands to KB Perkins to the hole and score. 6 for KB, 31-28.
Work for down low for Unioto has been really, really good tonight. They got some great down low shots.
Nayland Robinson squares up. Double team, he threw it away. Trying to find Stone Rock inside, but stolen by Blake Hoops. Hoops into the lane. Keeps the dribble. Goes inside. Little hook shot. No good. KB Perkins with a rebound. Jordan Perkins, right corner to KB Perkins. He's in on the runner. No good. Ream with a rebound for Zane Trace. Ream brings it up. 4 minutes to go first half. 31-28, Zane Trace leads. Landon Robinson looking in at that Unioto zone. Robinson, left side to Ream. Back out to Landon Robinson. Ream, cross-court lob. Brock Gerald goes down in low, and Nayland Robinson trying to find Stone Rock, but threw it away, out of bounds, Unioto ball.
Yeah, he knew he was doing the right thing. He just made a bad pass.
Substitution for the Shermans. This will be Maddox Fox checking in for KB Perkins. And another substitution, well, he didn't get to the table in time. Zeke Schobelach will have to wait to the next dead ball. Sherman's ball trailing by 3. Trace Across the key, hands it off to Blake Hoops. Cross-court lob. Trace, left side. Hoops takes the three. Got
Nice
it.
shot.
Blake Hoops. He has 11. We're tied at 31.
Well, we thought this would be a good game. Up to this point, it's proven to be just that.
5-0 run right now by Unioto, and a steal by Fitch, and a foul. He's coming up the court.
Zane Trace making some mistakes here in the second quarter. That's 8 turnovers for the game. They made 5 here in the second quarter. And those are the kind of things you just can't give the ball up.
Brock Jarrell with a foul. He's first. Landon Robinson out for Zane Trace. Trace comes out for Unioto. Carter Langley back in for the Pioneers. And Schobelock for Unioto. Jordan Perkins shot no good. Rebound comes to Schobelock. Left side Hoops again for 3. Missed everything. Ream with a rebound for Zane Trace. Ream on the dribble. Loses a handle on it. Gets it back. 2:45 left in the half. 31 all. Lob down inside Langley. Double team there. Throws it off a Unioto player, but a great play by Jordan Perkins to save it. Hoops on the other end, whistle. And before the shot, a reach-in foul against the Pioneers.
Tell you what, though, Unioto doing a great job down on the baseline there inside on the defense. And they've attacked, and they've got their arms, the legs spread, their arms up in the air. And Zane Trace is having a rough time finding one of their teammates.
So Unioto with the basketball. Tie game, lob in, almost stolen by Gerald, but Schobelock keeps possession. Now Hoops with it. 2:25 to go. Now Fitch slowing things down just a little bit. On the right side, Schobelock. Down in low, turn around, shot no good. Rebound by Nayland Robinson of Zane Trace. Lobs it ahead. This is Ream. Robinson in the lane. Scoop shot. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. A foul. Going to be called, I think, on Jordan Perkins. And if it is, that's his third personal foul. Yep. Third foul on Jordan. Had his arm across the Pioneers shooter. 31 all. Ream out front. Gerald drives inside. A foul. And if that is on Jordan Perkins, that's 4 fouls.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's what they got. Yeah.
4 fouls on Jordan Perkins with still 1:45 to go in the first half. At the line, Landon Gerald. First shot is good. He has 4 points, 32-31 Zane Trace. Jordan Perkins finally comes out. KB Perkins checks in. Second try for Landon Gerald is also good. Landon with 5. 33-31 Zane Trace.
Zane Trace gone to the foul line 5 times in this half and made every one of them. So that's really, really helped them because of the number of turnovers they've had.
Schobelock across the key over to KB Perkins. That's Schobelock pressured, goes down in low to Maddox Fox. Shot won't go. Loose ball scramble. Picked up by Fitch of Unioto. Fitch down into the low post, squeezes one off between the defender and scores. And a timeout called by Unioto with 1:16 to play here in the first half. This will be a 30-second timeout, 33-33.
Good ball game. We've had a lot of mistakes made from time to time, but we've had great shooting, good defense, good rebounding. So it's just been a hard-fought game up to this point. But 33-33, much what we thought we could have.
Again, you're watching the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. Mike Smith, Tom Beard, and also Dewey Daly from Unioto. A full house here tonight, as one would expect, between these two teams, old rivals.
You know, the amazing thing is you got a full house in here, but you look out in the hallway and you got people out there as well. 5 or 6, 7 people out there and people in the corner down here. So Full house is the correct way to describe it.
So with the score tied at 33, 1:16 to play in the first half, Zane Trace will have it the length of the court from their basket.
See if they move this around a little bit with 1:15.
Landon Jarrell will bring it up. Gets it to Brock Jarrell. Back to Landon Jarrell. Bounce pass off to Nayland Robinson. Around the horn it goes. Ream takes it to the corner and fires. No good. Tipped up by Nayland Robinson for the basket.
Big offensive rebound there.
For Nayland, that's his first 2 points of the game. 35-33, Zane Trace. Fitch. Spin move inside. Bouncing off the rim. Ream with the rebound for the Pioneers. Whistle. Palm the basketball. And that'll turn it over to Unioto with 44 seconds. Newt Hoops will check in for Unioto, replacing Fox. So the Shermans basketball down by 2 with 44 seconds to go in the first half. Now let's see if the Shermans will hold it for one. Fitch takes it to the right wing. Picked up there by Ream. Bounce pass on the left side to Newt Hoops. Dribbling there with 24 seconds. Fitch comes after it. Ream on him. 20 seconds. Fitch dribbling the basketball. 12 seconds. 11. Takes it to the right wing. Fires out front. Newt Hoops with 6 seconds. 3 ball. Rims out. No good. Loose ball scramble out of bounds with 7/10 of a second. And Zane Trace ball. The length of the court from the basket. Newt had a good look at it, but rimmed in out. Long desperation shot by Jarrell. No good, and that's the end of the first half. Our score, Zane Trace 35, Unioto 33. You're watching high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority. We are at intermission. Zane Trace leading Unioto by a score of 35-33. Let's take a look at the stats. First of all, for the Pioneers who lead here at the break, Xander Ream, he leads with 13 points. 8 points for Brock Jarrell. 5 for Landon Jarrell. 4 for Kyle Stonerock. And 3 for Carter Langley. Again, for the Shermans, Blake Hoops leads the way with 11 points. Jordan Perkins, who picked up his 4th foul late in that second quarter, he has 7 points. KB Perkins has 6 points. 4 for Blake Fitch, 3 for Newt Hoops, and 2 for Maddox Fox. Again, if you joined us late, Unioto got out to a 4-0 lead. Zane Trace got their first lead at 9-8. Kind of went back and forth for a while. Zane Trace up 20-19 at the end of the first quarter. Built up as much as a 20-15 lead for the Shermans battled back, have tied it 3 or 4 times after that. And now here at intermission, Zane Trace up 35-33.
Okay, overall we've had pretty good shooting in this half, but we'll go from the top on the turnovers. Zane Trace with a lot of turnovers. They had 10 turnovers there in the first half compared to only 3 for Unioto. Rebounding, Unioto with 7 boards, Zane Trace with 10, and they've got a split. They've got 5 offensive boards, 5 defensive boards. From the foul line, Unioto's gone 3 times, made 2 for 67%, and Zane Trace has gone to the line 5 times, made them all for 100%. In shooting in the first half, Unioto shot 56%. They were 15 of 27. They put up 8 threes, made 3 of those for 38%. Zane Trace was 12 of 18 for 67%, and they put up 9 threes, and they've made 6 of them. So that's really been good to them.
Other than the foul trouble for Jordan Perkins, anything stand out right away?
No, I don't. Other than the fact of turnovers, I think Zane Trace for having the 10 and 10, 3 times as many turnovers, Unioto but just 3. I think it's very fortunate that Zane Trace is still up by 2, because normally when we look at that stat, it really gleams and stands out there. But overall, I think both teams are doing the game plan. I think they're working the ball down inside, and they've had pretty good success. And again, it's physical down there. They collapse. So I think we're going to see more of the same here in the second half.
You know, with this game was a 12-point difference the first time they met out at Zane Trace with the Pioneers coming out. Kind of felt like with, all the atmosphere and, being here at Unioto, this game would be a lot tighter, which it has been thus far. But as we saw in that Pate Valley Zane Trace game earlier this week, Pate Valley led a good bit of the first half, although they trailed by 1 at half. Then Zane Trace took off in the third and early fourth quarter before the Bearcats made one last run.
Yeah, they made them run there. E-step with a couple threes out front, and that brought them right back in it. But less than a minute to go, they were only 2 possessions away. But when you look at this thing, I think Zane Trace has got to clean up those turnovers and take better care of the basketball. I've watched them kind of throw that little looping pass over there. Unioto's all over it. They're playing good defense. I think one of the big things is by Perkins picking up that 4th foul. I think that really hurts Unioto because he does a good job in there. He's moved inside tonight. He's scored offensively. He's gotten boards. He's a big guy to defend in there. So I think that's tough for Unioto, but we'll just have to see how it works out.
Again at half, Zane Trace 35, Unioto 33. We'll take a break. Back with second half action, so you stay right with us on the Southern Ohio.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, and Dewey Daly back with you here at Unioto High School. 35-33. Zane Trace leading the Shermans as we're just about ready to go in the second half. Southern Ohio Sports Authority brought to you by OhioHealth. Before I came here today, I was watching the movie Rudy. I didn't know I was going to be hearing the Notre Dame fight song the rest of the night. I think it's also the Unioto fight song.
Well, you've watched that movie enough. You probably hear it even when it's not playing.
I tell you, I've seen that thing I don't know how many times, but you can't help but tear up at the end because it's a true story. You just can't make that stuff up when it's like that. But that's a great inspirational story.
You're an emotional type guy.
Well,
that's what I was telling
soft-hearted me.
Matt Combs tonight. I said, this vertigo that I've been dealing with, I said, it's motion. When things are in motion. And I said, so I guess if I don't get emotional tonight, I should be okay. He said, I can remember when you were calling our ball games, you both got emotional.
Yes, you follow these guys who are now adults. And
I was thinking about the other day, some of them grandparents and all this stuff.
Well, I was talking to a gentleman last night from Eastern. He was gray-haired, and he said, you called my games when I was a kid, and that really made me feel bad. Old, yeah.
Well, one thing about it, we have a loss of memory, and that helps us.
Yeah, it helps. But some great memories all the same. Unioto basketballs are ready to go in the second half. 35-33, Zane Trace lead. In the Pioneers 7-0 in the conference. Unioto 4-3 coming in here tonight. Fitch with a spin move down inside. Shot no good. Rebound Stone Rock of Zane Trace.
Tell you what, Fitch for a freshman handles himself really well on the court. Didn't make the shot, but he's got some great moves for a freshman.
Landon Robinson lobs it to Brock Jarrell on the right wing. Cross-court lob over the Ream left side. Now back out front to Landon Robinson. Cross-court lob to Ream. Ream on the baseline. Fires out right side. Brock Jarrell for three. Bags it.
Brock says, give me the ball. He said, that's my third one tonight, and I've had 2 or 3 openings. I didn't get the ball, but he did a great job there.
38-33. Equaling their biggest lead of the ball game. That's 11 points for Brock Jarrell. Hoops leaves it for Sherbalot. Now on the drive is Fitch with a little scoop shot. No good. Stone Rock swipes it off the glass.
We talk about the 4 minutes here in the third quarter, and Unioto needs to get a little bit of grip here.
Right side to Ream. Double team there. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass down on the baseline. Stone Rock goes to Brock Jarrell. Slapped out of his hands. Picked up by the Shermans. 38-33 Pioneers. Blake hooks. Long shot. Blake Hoops, with the three. It's 14 for Blake Hoops. 38-36.
That's either his second or third three.
Oop, long course pass there. Stolen by Hoops. Hoops got down inside and scoops it up and in. Blake with 16, 38 all. So just like that 5-point Zane Trace lead is gone. And now on the left side, Xander Ream connects from three, giving them that 41-38 Pioneer lead.
It's been kind of a shootout up to this point.
Joe Bullock left wing. Comes to the elbow. Keeps the dribble. Squares up on Brock Jarrell and fires hits.
Nice move by Shobalak.
41-40, first two for Zeke Shobalak. Cuts the Pioneer lead to 1. 5:40 to go, third quarter. Landon Robinson, bounce pass down inside. Lost a handle on it, picked up by Unioto. Blake Hoops leads the charge. Goes in the lane. No good. Rebound Stone Rock. And a jump ball as Shobalak got in there to tie him up. Possession arrow will be Zane Trace ball. Again, coming in, we mentioned Zane Trace undefeated in the league at 7-0. Westfall Paint Valley 2 off the pace. Unioto 3 back at 4-3. As tonight represents the opening of second round conference play for the boys. And that pass gets away, and it's an over and back for Zane Trace. It'll give the ball to Unioto, trailing by 1.
You know, you always talked about cross-court passes, but there's been several of those nights where these turnovers have been for Zane Trace. Again, that was 14 turnovers compared to just 3 for Unioto. And they're still ahead by 1 point. It's hard to understand.
5:15 to play in the third. Right side, Hoops. Fires out front. Nude Hoops for three. Got it. That's a specialty. 6 for Nude Hoops, and Unioto up by 2, 43-41. Out front, Gerald. Left side, Landon Robinson. Quick pass in the high post. Nayland Robinson brought the ball down, and that gave KB Perkins an opportunity to reach in and say, that's mine.
He went from 6'4" to 3'2", and that was it. And they just reached right in there and grabbed the ball.
Timeout. 4:49 left in the third. Unioto 43, Zane Trace 41. Watching Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. Mike Smith, Tom Beard, Dewey Daly, and big thanks to the folks here at Unioto for use of their gymnasium camera for our overhead shot here tonight. And Dewey doing a little production work, moving it around so you can see all the action. Of course, this goes out to you on a live stream, but you can always go back on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority YouTube site and see it as many times as you like.
Tell you what, that's great for coaches, too. It gives them an opportunity to look at some things that maybe their camera didn't catch or whatever. And even some of the things that's said by the commentators, sometimes they'll bring up something maybe they didn't think about.
Yeah.
Said, that's kind of right. Or they might say, boy, this guy's driving me crazy.
Well, I've learned one thing, the difference between visual and radio is if it's a close call, just say wait for the replay.
Yeah.
Because you may swear it looked like it was one way and the video is going to show you. How many times have we seen that with the instant replay? They don't even seem to get it right.
No. But, when we get to that college level, I mean, those athletes are out there running like crazy. They're so quick, it's hard to follow them.
Sherman's ball leading by 2. Fitch penetrates, lobs it in the corner to Showblock. Around the horn it goes. Nude Hoops out on the point. Now Showblock comes after it. Left side to Fitch. Fitch cross the lane. Nude Hoops right side 3. Short. Rebound Ream of Zane Trace. He leads the charge. Almost lost it. Picks it up for Stone Rock. Landon Robinson with it. 4:20 to go in the third. 43-41 Unioto leading the Pioneers. Landon Robinson on the right wing. Fitch on him. Now Nude Hoops comes and helps out. Bounce pass. Nayland Robinson in the lane. Kicks it away to Landon Robinson. And a whistle. Going to have a blocking foul called against Unioto. I think it was on Nude Hoops.
Yeah, it was on Nude, I believe it was.
And that's his second foul. And common foul, so Zane Trace will have it out underneath. They lob it into Ream on the right corner. Shot no good. Blake Hoops with a rebound for Unioto. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Blake Hoops to the lane and score. 18 for Hoops. 45-41 Unioto.
Great job of penetration, though. He sees it there, he left to right, goes to the basket, and he's quick and strong.
This equals the Shermans' biggest lead of the game. Outside, Landon Gerald for 3. He has 8.
Tell you what, the 3 has been the thing that's really generated the points that Zane Trace needs to stay in this thing. They've hit a lot of threes.
45-44, Sherman lead cut to 1. 3:20 to go in the third. Showblock drives inside. Shot over Landon Robinson, he hit.
Nice move.
Nice little kiss off of the backboard.
He's made a couple of those.
All thrown away by the Pioneers, and Unioto gets it back.
Tell you what, if Zane Trace doesn't clean up the turnovers, this may come out with a different outcome because they've really been making some mistakes handling the basketball.
47-44, Shermans lead and the ball. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Showblock on the left wing. It's going to be a foul on Landon Robinson. That's Landon's first, I think. Nope, check that. They got him for 2.
Showblock, very deceiving. He's very, very quick. He's got a good balance, makes nice moves to the basket. Played a good game.
Fitch will inbound. They lob it out front to KB Perkins. Nude Hoops to Blake Hoops on the alley-oop. Shot no good. Perkins, KB on the putback, good, and a foul.
Offensive boards, they pay off.
KB Perkins on the putback, 49-44 Unioto. And KB goes to the line. He has 8 points.
KB just a sophomore. Strong kid.
Free throw. Off the rim. Rebound, Landon Robinson. 5-point Sherman lead. Zane Trace with the ball. 2:43 to play, third quarter. Right side to Jarrell, out to Landon Robinson. Now Jarrell. Bounce pass on the baseline. Nayland Robinson. Strong move inside. Nayland Robinson with a basket.
Now Hoops tried to pick it up. Newton tried to pick up that charge, but didn't quite get in the spot quick enough.
Only 4 points for Nayland Robinson tonight. 49-46 Sherman. Joe Bullock in the lane. We got a whistle and a foul called against the Pioneers.
Stone Rock said, I didn't have much choice. He said he was in my area. I couldn't stop him except what I did. So he put the hand out there and committed the foul.
Second foul, or check that third foul on Stone Rock. So the two bigs for Zane Trace tonight have combined for only 8 points. First shot by Schobelach, good. He has 5, 50-46 Unioto. Carter Langley checks in for Stone Rock. Landon Robinson out, and Landon Jarrell checks in. Schobelach with 5 points, trying to give the Shermans a 5-point lead, and does. 6 for Zeke, 51-46 Unioto.
Yeah, by far, that's their biggest lead tonight.
5-point margin. Langley, cross-court lob to Jarrell, out to Ream. Ream penetrates to the lane. We got a whistle. Going to be a foul on Unioto.
Prior to the shot, I believe.
Looks like Blake Hoops. Nope, they're going to get it on Fitch. His first foul. 2:01 to go in the third. Zane Trace ball trailing Unioto 51-46. Nayland Robinson, ball slapped away from behind.
Good
Picked
defense.
up by Blake Hoops. And they got a whistle as Hoops went to the lane. A reach-in foul on the Pioneers.
Officials are calling the foul when there's a foul, though. That ball went on through, but he called it on the floor, and that was the right call.
Wet foul on Nayland Robinson, his first. Common foul, so Unioto will put it in under their own basket. Nude Hoops. Bounce back to KB Perkins. Out front to Blake Hoops. 51-46 Shermans. 1:45 to go in the third. Schobelach backs it off. Picked up by Brock Jarrell. Left side for Nude Hoops. And he traveled. Picked up the ball and drug that pivot foot, and that's going to cost him.
Well, he committed himself before he had somebody that committed to it. He was thinking it was going to unfold, and it didn't unfold. But that's only the fourth turnover for Unioto tonight, compared to Zane Trace's 16. Just hard to understand this.
Maddox Fox and Ashton Crace check in for Nude Hoops, and also KB Perkins. We got a timeout for Zane Trace. 1:31. It's a 30-second timeout. Unioto up 51-46. We'll hold it right here. Southern Ohio Sports Authority brought to you by OhioHealth. All the best in high school sports. Catch it right here on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
Tell you what, cover a lot of teams and a lot of area community news, and it's a great asset to our community.
Both teams, we're talking about the only 4 turnovers for Unioto. With an up-tempo type team, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that they've done an absolute marvelous job taking care of the basketball. So, and again, Zane Trace is doing a lot of cross-court, but when you do that, which is a gray area at best, you got to put some heat on the ball, and then your teammates got to be ready, because if it has some heat, sometimes we've seen tonight where they've gone right through their hands. And but they down 5 now.
And on the other side of the coin, 16 turnovers for a Gary Kello team. That's not characteristic.
No.
Their turnovers are usually in single digits.
I think you got to give credit for Unioto's defense up to this point.
Tried to go into Langley, and he's fouled from behind by Blake Hoops.
Blake said, I got all ball. And I think he did get most of it.
Second foul on Blake Hoops. Zane Trace will inbound underneath. Into the wing for Ream. Goes baseline, dumps it off to Langley. Carter Langley with a 2-pointer. That's 5 for him. 51-48. Right side. Across the lane, Trace. Lobs over. That's Fitch. Fitch in the lane. Steals it away for Blake Hoops, and he's fouled as he moves towards the inside. 53 seconds to go in the third. Substitution coming up here for Unioto. This will be Newton Hoops. Checking in for Schobalon. But the basketball will be Fitch to inbound. Also, Landon Jarrell comes out. Landon Robinson checks in for Zane Trace. Inbound lob. Fitch gets it back. Fitch on the drive. Tries to square up and fires. Shot no good. Rebound Ream. And Maddox with a foul from behind against Unioto. One of other scores around the area. Wheelersburg beating Oak Hill 69-33. South Webster up on Notre Dame by 1 after the third quarter. 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Dangerous pass.
Yeah, that was up in the air a long time.
51-48 Unioto. Zane Trace with the ball down by 3. Landon Robinson leaves it in the corner for Gerald. Out to Langley. Left side, Landon Robinson. 20 seconds. Swings it around. Top of the key. Shot no good. Got his own rebound. Puts it back up and in.
Good offensive board.
Landon Robinson, his first two. 51-50. Sherman 1 point lead in the ball. 6 seconds. Fitch. And a foul called against Unioto. Offensive foul.
Wow, I didn't see that.
I think they were saying an illegal screen by Maddox Fox. So with 3.8 seconds, Zane Trace down by 1, has it at 3/4 court. Inbound to Ream. Lost a handle on it. Gets it off to Landon Robinson at the horn. No good. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score, Unioto 51, Zane Trace 50. You're watching high school basketball in the Southern Ohio.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, Dewey Daly back with you here on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. 51-50 Unioto leading Zane Trace as we're heading to the fourth quarter.
Okay, looking at shooting that quarter. Both teams still doing a good job of shooting. Unioto 7 of 13 for 54%. They put up 3 threes, made 2 for 67%. And Zane Trace 6 of 9, only 9 shots, but 6 of 9 for 67%. And they put up 5 threes and made 3 of them for 60%. So those threes is really what's kept Zane Trace this close in the ball game.
Blake Hoops, the lone Sherman in double figures with 18. Zane Trace led by Xander Ream with 16 and 11 for Brock Jarrell. Zane Trace with the ball down by 1. Underway in the fourth quarter. Pioneers have not lost in conference play coming into tonight, and they just turn it over as Unioto will get the ball back. Stone Rock will come back for Zane Trace. Schobalon for Unioto.
That was pretty much an unforced turnover there. He just threw the ball where there wasn't anybody there.
He was looking for a zig, and his man gave him a zag.
Or 2.
Fitch will bring it up for Unioto, leading by 1. Early fourth quarter. Nude Hoops with it. Hands it off. Fitch takes it down low, now deals it back to Hoops for 3. Nude Hoops. He has 9 points. 54-50 Unioto. Pioneers with the ball back. High post, Robinson double team there. Ream in the corner. going baseline. Tried to go inside the Stone Rock, knocked out of bounds by Unioto. Zane Trace will get it back. We've got Landon Gerald coming back for Zane Trace, replacing Brock Gerald.
Ream did a nice job of penetrating there, but when you go in the air, I'll tell you what, anything can happen, and that's where a lot of their mistakes have come tonight.
Nayland Robinson with it on the wing. Cross-court lob over to Gerald for three! Landon Gerald! He has 11. 54-53, Pioneers down by one. Got a dandy here, folks. Blake Hoops, foul line jumper, good! 20 for Blake Hoops, 56-53 Sherman. It's like a prize fight. One team delivers a blow, and here comes the other. Ream for three, no good. Gerald with a rebound. Fires out front, it goes into the backcourt, and this will be over and back by Zane Trace and give Unioto the ball. Sherman's 56-53 with 6:31 left in regulation. It's a long way to go, though, partner.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 6:31, that's a lot of time.
Pitch will inbound for the Shermans. In the corner to Blake Hoops. He's got the hot hand tonight. And he's fouled by Landon Gerald as he was going baseline. That's team foul number 6, so Zane Trace has one more before they send him into the bonus.
Well, again, Blake Hoops is one of those guys, if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. He's very quick, and he knows where he's going. He goes with a purpose. That was a good example of that right there.
That's 4 fouls on Landon Gerald. He comes out. Brock Gerald comes in for him. Sherman's ball in a 3-point lead. 6:18 to go in regulation. 56-53. Fitch, nice spin move in the lane. Shot no good. Ream with a rebound for the Pioneers, but knocked away by the Shermans. Blake Hoops with it. Fires out front. KB Perkins, Fitch on the right side. 6 minutes to go in reg. In the lane. Cut off there by Nayland Robinson. Now back out front to Blake Hoops. 56-53 Unioto. Fitch in the lane. Short jumper off the rim. Got his own rebound. Puts it back up. No good. Rebound Nayland Robinson and an elbow.
Wow.
Right to Fitch's chops. I don't believe there was anything intentional. It was just he was trying to clear the ball and he caught him. Now the officials will discuss it as to whether that was a flagrant foul or not. Well, actually, I think the foul is going to be called against Unioto. They said somebody had a hold of the arm before. I mean, is that what we're going to get here? Unioto players clapping like they got the advantage there. Looks like they got a number there that's not even in the game, so I don't know what they called. Matt Hoops is wanting a clarification. It's going to be Zane Trace ball. It got on the scoreboard number 1 for Unioto, but there's no number 1 out there, so I don't know. So
I think there was so much excitement they didn't push the button enough. I don't know what the deal was.
So Zane Trace has the ball, trailing by 3. Ream with it. Takes it down low, weaves around the traffic, goes right side to Brock Gerald. Shot no good, but he's fouled.
Wow.
And being in the act of a 3-point shot, Brock will go to the line to shoot 3 free throws with the Pioneers down by 3.
A lot of action in this game. It's, people got their money's worth tonight, regardless what happens going forward.
56-53. Unioto in the lead. First shot by Brock Gerald, no good. 5:24 to go in regulation.
Zane Trace has put up 6 of those from the foul line tonight. That's the first one they've missed.
2 more shots coming from Gerald. Second one is good. Brock with 12 points tonight, 56-54. He'll get one more. Third of 3, good. So he makes 2 out of 3, 56-54. 55. Brock with 13 points tonight. Unioto ball and a 1-point lead. Fitch takes it on the dribble and stumbles. And I think they're going to call blocking foul on Ream of Zane Trace. It's Xander's first. And both teams now in the bonus the rest of the way. 1-1.
5:11 to go. That could be a lot of foul shots from this point forward.
Remember, when they get to 10, it's a super bonus, but right now both teams in the 1-1. Blake Fitch, 4 points tonight at the line. 1-1. First one goes. 57-55 Unioto. Fitch will get one more. Second try, good. 58-55 Unioto. That is 6 for Fitch tonight. Ream, cross-court lob to Jarrow out to Landon Robinson, left side Ream. Baseline corner. Nayland Robinson out to Landon Robinson. Shot off the side of the rim. Nayland Robinson with a rebound. Trying to go up strong, and a foul called on Unioto. Stops the clock with 4:52 to go.
All-important foul line. Again, Zane Trace has made 7 out of 8.
Joe Block with the foul. Nayland Robinson will shoot 1-1. His team down by 3. First try, got it. Nayland with 5 points tonight. Unioto's done a great job on the two bigs for Zane Trace tonight. So far, they've only combined for 9. Second shot by Nayland Robinson. Missed it. Ream with a rebound for Zane Trace. Ream kicks it away to Stone Rock in the corner. 58-56 Unioto. Ream, right side 3, off the rim. Rebound, Landon Robinson of Zane Trace. Reloads the offense. Pioneer ball down by 2. And a timeout by Zane Trace. 4:31 left in regulation. Unioto 58, Zane Trace 56. You are watching Southern Ohio.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, Dewey Daly back with you here at Unioto. 58-56 Shermans leading the Pioneers. 4:31 left in regulation. Zane Trace obviously trying to stay unbeaten in the conference, but they're in a battle here tonight.
You know, the amazing thing about it, when you look at this stat sheet, Unioto up to this point has shot 33 shots from the 2-point area. Zane Trace has only shot 15. So you attribute that obviously to the turnovers. That's been a real problem tonight for Zane Trace with 18 compared to only 4 with Unioto. So the next 4.5 minutes, if Zane Trace is going to clean this game up, they need to clean up their turnovers.
Zane Trace with the ball. Cross-court lob stolen away by Blake Hook. Hoops down in the other end. Shot good.
Turnovers will get you beat.
60-56. Blake with 22 points tonight for the Shermans. Landon Robinson for 3. Off the rim. Rebound Fitch and a foul on Landon Robinson. You know, talking about Unioto pounding it inside. Jordan Perkins set that pace early in the game. We got 7 points, but he got 4 fouls in the second quarter, and he's been on the bench ever since.
Right.
But he set the course of the way things were going to be attempted offensively by the Shermans early in this game. Fitch first shot good. Blake Hoops has 22 for Unioto. 61-56. Fitch right now with 7. Trying to make it a 6-point game, and he does. He has 8 points. 62-56 Unioto. A 6-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Gerald bounce pass down inside to Stone Rock. Double team there and a reach-in foul on Unioto with 3:56 to go.
Stone Rock had that ball down low too. It was real close to a jump ball, but they ended up being able to go to the foul line.
And Stone Rock will go to the line. Kyle with only 4 points tonight, all of those in the first half. And I think they're going to, 1-on-1. First try, good. Stone Rock with 5, 62-57. That foul on Maddox Fox, by the way, was his third.
And Maddox quite the football player, and when he gets in this basketball game, he plays with very much aggressive as well.
Second shot, no good. Fitch with a rebound for Unioto. Shermans by 5 with 3:50 to go in regulation. 62-57. Let's see if Unioto will try to
take a little time,
eat some clock here. Blake Hoops with it on the wing. Kicks it away. KB Perkins. Hands it to Fitch. Lost the handle on it. It's loose. Blake Hoops picks it up. Now he swings it back out onto the wing. Penetrates. Back to Perkins on the wing. Throws it out near midcourt, and it's over and back. And
Coach Hoops said that was tipped.
Yeah. So the Pioneers will get it back.
It's only the 5th turnover. Unioto's had a great floor game. They've played aggressive, and they've not turned the ball over that many times at all.
Landon Robinson, left side, gets it back. Cross the key, hands it off to Ream. 62-57 Unioto. Pass quickly down inside, Nayland Robinson. Strong move, count it, and a foul. Nayland Robinson trying to come to life for his team here down the home stretch. 62-59, and Robinson to the line. Chance to cut it down to 2. Nayland with 7 points. For the old-fashioned 3, got it. He has 8, 62-60. That 6-point lead vanished in a hurry. And a foul in the backcourt on Landon Robinson of Zane Trace. And Unioto will come down to shoot. Leading by 2 with 3:01 to go. Jordan Perkins, who hasn't been on the court since midway through the second quarter due to foul trouble. He's going to come into the ball game. He had 7 points to set the pace for the Shermans before he picked up that 4th foul.
Well, he's a big body.
Fitch at the line. First one good. He has 9, 63-60. He'll get one more. 3:01 to play in regulation. Second shot by Fitch. Rattles in and out. Loose ball. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pioneers. Zane Trace ball trailing 63-60. 3 minutes to go.
Every possession's big now. You got 3 minutes to go, 3-point spread. You got to take care of the basketball. Everyone's big.
Ream left side. A 3-ball. Good.
That's big.
Tie game at 63. 19 for Ream. That guy's got ice water in his veins, folks. Unioto with the ball, tied at 63. 2:33 to go in regulation. Pass down into Jordan Perkins, trying to go strong. His pass, Schobelach saves it from being stolen there. Blake Hoops with it out near midcourt. Picked up by Gerald. Hoops penetrates, lost the handle, but they're also going to call an offensive foul on Blake Hoops. Zane Trace will have possession. And a timeout for Unioto. 2:13 to go in the game. Unioto and Zane Trace all even at 63. You're watching the Southern.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
People like that's cause trouble.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard with you. 63-63. Unioto and Zane Trace. 2:13 to go in regulation. Pioneers with the basketball.
Tell you what, if you're ever going to take care of the basketball, both teams have got that challenge. Because it's going to be tough. It's going to be physical in this last 2:13. And you've got to just make good passes and take care of the basketball. And Zane Trace with an opportunity here to have the ball out of bounds. It's big.
Opportunity here to see
the big three by Xander was big down there. That was just a tremendous clutch shot that he put in the hole.
Landon Jarrell brings it up. 63 all. Bounce pass in to Stone Rock. Gets it away. On top, Landon Robinson. Now Nayland Robinson left corner out to Landon Robinson. Around the horn it goes. Jarrell. Baseline corner, kicks it away to Stone Rock. We're under 2 minutes to go. Jarrell on the right wing. Out to Ream. Ream weaving in and out of traffic there with the Unioto defense.
When you're as athletic as Ream is, he can go with the ball. He just can't go too fast.
Now Pioneers spreading it out with 1:30 to go and a tie game at 63.
That 2-3 zone, they figure, well, if they're going to stay in that, we're going to pass it around a while. Wow, dangerous place inside.
Ream on the right wing. Lobs it cross court. In the corner, Nayland Robinson out to Gerald. Bounce pass inside. Stone Rock, it's blocked by Jordan Perkins of Unioto. Shermans with the basketball. Still tied. 1 minute to go. Hang on to your seats. Can Unioto hang on for the last shot? Away from the ball.
Called a foul here from Perkins.
KB Perkins away from the basketball, called for the offensive foul. And now Zane Trace will have the basketball with 55 seconds to go, tied at 63.
We guarantee the game will end, but we're not sure when it's going to end.
Inbound, Landon Jarrell, 50 seconds. See if the Pioneers will hold it for the last one.
I think they will this time. They're still in that zone, and they're going to have to come out and pressure, or they're going to pass it around and get the last shot.
40 seconds. Jarrell over to Landon Robinson. We're down to 32 seconds. Ream, Jarrell, high post to Nayland Robinson. 25 seconds. Jarrell back over to Landon Robinson with 20. 63-63. Zane Trace playing for the winning shot.
They may look at a timeout here, about 10 to go. We'll see what happens.
10 seconds.
Yeah, he got it.
Gary called a timeout right then. We're going to hang on right here.
I'm not always sure that's the wisest thing to do, but again, it's an opportunity. You got to realize this coach's mind's going about 90 miles an hour. Should I or shouldn't I? And with the way it was gone, I personally probably would have said, let's just take the ball and we'll go in and score. But that timeout might end up being a very good timeout.
10.6, 11 seconds to go, 63-63. Zane Trace with the basketball on the side with an opportunity to hold it for the last one and a win if they hit. Thing here with the tie game, you don't need the three ball, you just need points.
You just need to score. And I think Xander Ream will probably be in the mix. But again, he's very aggressive. And if you're Unioto, you want to make sure if he's coming there, let him run over you because he will go to the basket. We'll see what happens.
Unioto had a 62-56 lead. And since that time, Zane Trace has outscored him 7-1 to tie it.
Been a great game. There's been times when both teams have played well. There's been both times when they've made a lot of mistakes. Been some good threes taken tonight. Foul line's been decent. It's been a good game.
So Unioto out on the court. You got to think they're going to be man coming out of this on defense.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell.
Landon Robinson will inbound.
Don't think so, the way it looks. They're still staying in that zone. Make them shoot it from the cheap seats.
The inbound in the backcourt to Gerald. Landon Robinson back out to Landon Gerald. Robinson in the lane. Now Ream on the right side. Jumper in and out.
Big rebound. Did it count?
Nayland Robinson
did
with
it
the
count?
putback. I think they're going to count it.
Whoa.
Nayland Robinson with the putback off the Ream missed shot for the game winner for Zane Trace.
Wow.
What a finish.
Big offensive rebound.
65-63. Zane Trace, a winner over Unioto to stay unbeaten in the SVC. Ream missed the shot on the right side, but Nayland Robinson with the putback and the game winner. 12 for Nayland Robinson, and no one bigger than that putback to win it. Final score, Zane Trace 65, Unioto 63. You're watching the Southern Ohio Sports Authority brought to
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, Dewey Daly back with you after a wild one here. Zane Trace stays undefeated in the SVC, starting the second round with a thriller 65-63 over Unioto. Again, if you missed out, you'll have to go back and watch it again when we get it loaded up, folks. But Ream had the shot from about 10, 15 feet on the right side there, missed the shot. Nayland Robinson was down inside for the putback and won it just as time was going off the clock for the victory. For the Pioneers, Xander Ream ends up with 19 points. Brock Gerald with 13. Nayland Robinson, who had the game-winning putback, he had 12. Landon Gerald with 11. And then Kyle Stonerock with 5. Carter Langley with 5. For the Shermans, great effort tonight by Blake Hoops. He had 22 points in the loss. He was the only Sherman in double figures. 9 points apiece for Blake Fitch and Newt Hoops. 8 points for KB Perkins. 7 for Jordan Perkins, all of those in the first half, and 6 for Zeke Schobelach, 2 for Maddox Fox. 20-19, Zane Trace led at the end of the first quarter, 35-33 Pioneers at halftime. Unioto had a 51-50 lead at the end of 3. Unioto was up 62-56 in the closing minutes, but then Zane Trace, trailing 6, rallies, outscoring Unioto 9-1. And, it comes back down to being able to, with a game that comes that close. Usually there's a lot of, turnovers and things of that nature. Zane Trace did have 18 turnovers. Unioto had only 5. And, again, those 18 turnovers kind of uncharacteristic for a Zane Trace team.
Yeah, and I think you got to give Unioto the credit there. I think defensively they really, when the ball went down low, they collapsed, and they really caused havoc. And then we got into the passing ball cross court, and Zane Trace made a lot of mistakes with that. And but anyhow, they're shooting, they're rebounding. Again, they out-rebounded Unioto by 10. And so a lot of things they did right, and they did it right at the end and got that offensive rebound and won the ball game.
Well, that's the way it wraps up here tonight. 65-63, Zane Trace over Unioto on that Nayland Robinson putback at the horn to win the basketball game. Big thanks to everyone here at Unioto tonight. Also for Dewey Daly and for Tom Beer. This is Mike Smith. Again, you've been watching high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority